You know, in the manufacturing of retail products, supply chain is relatively simple. A retailer sells a product, a retailer orders a product from a manufacturer or distributor, and it's shipped through a supply chain. Eventually, it ends up in the hands of the consumer. I'm with Sarah Clevenger. She's a global lead for business development for Fitstation, powered by HP. Sarah, in this case, we're talking about apparel, footwear in particular. Insoles. Now, traditionally, of course, you can have a size as close to something that fits, and you may do the best thing you can.
Or cut it to the right size.
Exactly, yeah, precisely. Or if you want to do something custom, of course, it's a very complex, expensive process.
Absolutely.
I understand that you're taking some of this advanced 3D scanning and printing technology and applying it to retail footwear. Tell me about it.
Absolutely. So what we're doing is we're actually taking the customer, we're having them walk across a pressure plate so we know how they walk. And also we're 3D scanning their feet so we know the length, the width, and that volumetric information about their foot. Now for insoles, we don't necessarily need volumetric data, but we also want to give them a few extra things like shoe recommendations and things like that. Now with 3D printing, we're able to take all of this data and create custom products for them that are incredibly cheap compared to what you would have to do right now for a custom orthotic. Now our insoles, they're not orthotics, they're not for correction, they're for comfort. It's in a retail environment. It's really about giving the customer the stability and the support they need, but not necessarily correcting their arches if they have flat feet or things like that. The athletic shoes is where we're starting first with our pilot rollout. They walk in, everything is set up, they have the pressure plate, the 3D scanner, our Sprout by HP, which has dual screens, so it's a very immersive experience for the customer. And they're able to really lead themselves through this experience. Of course, we do have a sales rep there to help them out and make sure everything is going well. But it's all about having this intuitive experience and getting your custom products.
How difficult is it for the customer to use this? There is some hardware here. The customer has to input some basic information.
Actually, it's incredibly easy. You walk in, it's got all the instructions on the screen. Fill out the privacy agreements, you enter your name, your email, so we have your data, and we can send you your data as well. And then for the 3D scanner, you step in and you push the button that says scan.
What happens then? Once, of course, the data's been collected, they know they've analyzed your gait, you've analyzed your scan, the dimensions, the foot at that point. What happens then?
So there's 3 different things. The first is a shoe recommendation. This is straight off the shelf. It's whatever the retailer is holding on their shelves that we can recommend to you based on what they want the shoe for. So if it's trail running, if it's training, if it's competitions, things like that, all across the styles of shoes. We're starting athletic because it's a large market, but there's no reason why you can't put it in your normal everyday sneaker or moving forward into safety shoes with our partner Stites. And who knows where the future goes. Part of that, we also do an insole recommendation. We have a partner, Superfeet, so they do currently sell just off-the-shelf insoles. So we'll say, this is the best recommended insole for you. With this shoe, you're ready to go. You can walk out the door and be happy today. The second step is pushing towards that 3D printed insole. So they're able to click, let me view my 3D printed insole, learn some details about it, and then order it right there in the kiosk.
You mentioned 3D printing. Which 3D printing technology are you using to actually make the insole?
So we're using HP's own Multijet Fusion 3D technology. So that's a really awesome collaboration between 2 different groups within HP, Immersive Computing, which is where I work, and also our Print Division.
Is this the same 3D printing technology that you're marketing for, or HP is marketing for, of manufacturing, mass production?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's the goal, is mass production, getting it out, very fast turnaround, giving these individualized products though at mass production versus, one size fits all.
And what sort of turnaround time would you anticipate in a retail environment too?
So currently it's about a week. Ideally, we are going to get that a lot faster, but this just depends on where we're placing printers, how many different pairs of insoles are being ordered, and different things like that. So we're still in pilot phase. We don't have all those answers yet, but soon we'll know.
Sarah Clevenger with HP Fitstation describing an entirely new way to manufacture footwear.